I don't know if I can walk you through all that.
Well, it was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot.
The ninth innings. What did you see from the at-bats?
Just incredible at-bats by our guys. You know, as the game was starting to run out of time, our guys did a really good job of grinding through those at-bats. And it's not easy because I was just hoping that you know, the guys weren't going to try to play hero. Just keep passing the baton, keep putting up good at-bats. Someone eventually needs to be the hero. It was Tork. But we were putting so much pressure on them by having good at-bat after good at-bat, and they were having to roll through a lot of guys in the pen. You know, they were erratic, and then, you know, Tork didn't miss a strike. So I think it was a lot of really good things.
Tork told me post-game that while he's watching his teammates put together these at-bats, that he's just thinking, I got to get to the plate, I got to get to the plate.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I love that about him. I love it, how connected these guys are, and the celebration was really cool. I mean, led by everybody. You know, I mean, used everybody on the bench except for Jake. Had multiple guys up during the game, you know, trying to keep it close to give our guys a chance. And, you know, I know it's a broken record with us, but you got to play the whole game. And when you do, you get rewarded when you put up a good effort.
How much were you conscious of the thinness of their bullpen? I think back when you forced a change with Riley, you got that whole thing turned.
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously trying to put pressure on them where they get to make the decision, and you know, Will was prepared the whole way, and they had their guys ready, but the game it was going fast and it was early, and we had a lot of outs left, and our guys kept earning those. You know, if it wasn't for Sweeney's at bat where he draws the walk, you know, and then McKinstry's at bat to get on base, and that sets up, you know, the decision with Malloy. I have Riley on the bench. I know they've circled him. They're going to make that decision. If Riley can draw a walk, Ibanez gets a lefty, or Riley could have put a ball in the seats or in the gap or in the grass. So didn't work out, but when it rolled around again, because of the DH spot, we kept Riley in the game. We were able to move our defense, which, again, it was only for a couple innings, but it's pretty incredible to have Javi go from short to center and have McKinstry go from second to right and insert Colt and insert Trey and keep Andy there, who ended up having a right-on-right at bat and making a couple good defensive plays. I mean, it's true team effort, and we try to use our guys as much as we can.
Before the game, you talked about being aggressive, but yet taking walks when they're there.
Yeah.
In that ninth inning, it seemed pretty impressive.
Yeah, and I think Tork's at bat at the end shows the opposite of that. Is just because the guys are walking, we're not going to be passive. He was ready to hit from the first pitch. It was a ball, and then gets a pitch in the middle and doesn't miss it. So really key at bats to have a blend of both. You got to have a complete offense. We're going to need the right combo, and right now we're putting a lot of pressure on people.
What do you think overall, Jackson? How much do you think the elements affected him with his ability to be in the zone?
I don't know about the elements. You'll have to ask him. I just think this is a learning curve. You know, I mean, it was a little bit of self-inflicted wounds for himself, and he's going to be better for it. Whether it's the 4-pitch walk. I mean, he's trying to throw strikes. He's not trying to miss. You know, he got a little bit casual on the ball back to him, and he could have set his feet and made a nice throw, and then that inning led to a run. Then you had the bunt, and he was going to make sure he got the out. He could have got the lead runner. So these are just all learning curve stuff, and there's no better place to do it than here. I mean, he needs time on the mound and game situations, and we can't forget that. But I also think for him to last into the fifth allowed us to save our pen where we were in really good shape towards the end because he didn't cave, you know, and he did stay in there and stay in the competition and completed his 5 innings.
Even going back to the second inning, heads up base running by Margot and that fly to right is what ends up leading to that first
Right.
run. Just like start to finish, is this the kind of game that emphasizes that little things matter?
Yeah, everything matters. I mean, these guys are probably tired of me saying it, but I say it all the time. Everything matters. Like every 90 feet you can grab. You know, Javi did it second to third, didn't get rewarded for it, but he put us in a position where they had to play the infield in. Z-Mac hits the grounder, we don't get to score, but that doesn't make that play not matter. Like everything that we do has a purpose, and our guys are all in. And I love this team for the way we pay attention to details, and we're not always perfect. It wasn't a great start to the game. It was sort of, a less than ideal circumstance for us to fall behind the way we did. But this group in here is built the right way.
It amazes you every time Javi puts a tag on, like that one.
Man, if you could choose one guy in the league to receive a throwdown as a former catcher, give me Javi every time, because he will stick his nose in there. He will. It's fast. Sometimes it surprises me, and I see it every time he plays. So everything matters. A small thing turned into a big thing. I know.
From where he's at in his career, to see him find ways to contribute.
Yeah, adaptable. I mean, it's super important for him to be adaptable, and he is. He said since the day he got here, all he's wanted to do is win. He was used to winning before he got here. Obviously, we didn't win early, and then he watched, from afar, us put together a really good winning stretch. So I know he's happy to be a part of it. He's bought in. When I don't play him, he's prepared. When I do play him, I can move him around now. I'll joke with him and see if he really wanted the ball hit to him in center, or if he was cool with having a couple innings of just tracking. Javi cares, and it's nice to see him, contribute to wins.
How big was it for Brebbia to come back, coming off the short?
Well, where we were at I talked to Fett about, we never told him he was down today. So, we will tell guys when they're down, but I talked about his resilient arm, and he can bounce back. And the efficiency yesterday is really what led to being able to use him today. I was staying away from Brisky. I wanted Canely to get in. It had been 4 days, and keeping the game close was important, even though we were down. Vest has pitched a lot. Wasn't the spot for Kenta, and we were staring right at Vaughn. So Brebbia being able to bounce back is a sort of underrated part of this win.